Back to the full SPL on Setanta Sports with Murdo MacLeod and Gus McPherson here in the studio. Hearts had lost to St Mirren in the league at Tynecastle back in September, and the two sides had fought out a 2-2 draw at Love Street since then, so very much advantage Saints between the pair so far. That said, St Mirren hadn't won away from home since that Tynecastle win and had just won one win in their last 17 SPL matches. Hearts rang the changes as usual, with 5 this time, including the return of Craig Gordon in goal. Also back in the team were Mikalunas, Velichka, McCann and last week's off-the-bench match winner Mikael Pospisil. 2 changes for St Mirren, with Eddie Malone in for Corcoran and Stuart Keane in for Sutton. Keane had scored all 3 of Saints' goals against Hearts this season. Stephen O'Donnell was making his second start for St Mirren after switching from Clyde. Your match commentator, David McKinney.
Eddie Malone, first touch as a St Mirren player. A good one too, and a chance straight away for Stuart Keane on the volley. And the less said about David Van Zanten's follow-up, maybe the better. But it was a decent move from St Mirren as the ball came in from Eddie Malone. Found his former Clyde teammate, now St Mirren teammate Steve O'Donnell, down for Stuart Keane. And the volley came back off a Hearts defender. Kingston with a free header. Pospisil will try to pick up for Hearts, and the first time shot. A brilliant effort it was too. And Velichka wondering how that one didn't end up in the back of the net. And it didn't end up there because a brilliant save from Chris Smith. Tony Bullock was the hero for St Mirren last time they came here, and Chris Smith with a wonderful save, and it was a great piece of football. Mikalunas, no way through that time. Tal helps him out into the middle, and the shot first time from Velichka just didn't quite get the power he was looking for. And Chris Smith found the ball coming towards him as much as anything. Stuart Keane battling at the edge of the penalty area. Gary Brady forward, it's opened up here, and St Mirren are ahead at Tynecastle. And it certainly opened up in central defence for Hearts. The ball came in towards Steve O'Donnell, and he hooked it past goalkeeper Craig Gordon. St Mirren have won here earlier in the season, and they're ahead here this time. And there was nothing the Scotland goalkeeper could do about that. On his return to the Hearts first team. Field for Zaliukas and for Tal. Kingston, the Ghanaian international, played for his country in midweek. Driver into the middle, good move from Hearts, and it almost came for them. Velichka with a header from Driver's cross, and it nearly came for Hearts there. Just too much in it, and just over the crossbar of Chris Smith. Kingston and Driver over the ball. It's Kingston in this time, and the header came in for Hearts. Pospisil with the final touch, but over the crossbar. He did get a header in. Hearts are now looking for something to give them an injection to lift the game for them. McCann, can he provide inspiration? Maybe Driver can. And Driver into the middle, it might come this time for Hearts, but Velichka got there first. Lifted the ball over the crossbar, and an excellent opportunity for an equaliser for Hearts there, who's gone a-begging. Maxwell long into the penalty area. It might come here for St Mirren, and that might have been a second goal for Steve O'Donnell. It might have been a second goal for the visitors. He took it well. Craig Gordon saved it well. In fact, the goalkeeper made that one look easy. Stuart Keane picking up from the free kick. Behind him is Alan Reid into the middle. O'Donnell, good first touch. It might open up here for Saints. Couldn't get it across. And Eddie Malone was waiting in the middle. O'Donnell couldn't find his teammate. Half chance. Mikalunas picking up now for Hearts. Brought down by Maxwell. And now perhaps the opportunity for the home side. Driver, Kingston, both over the ball. It's going to be Kingston with it. It's a good one too. A magnificent free kick from Laria. Kingston brings about the equaliser for Hearts. They talk about Nakamura. How about that for a finish from the Ghanaian international? He knew exactly what he wanted to do with that and put it into the top corner. Chris Smith has absolutely no chance. It's his first goal for Hearts, for Laria. Kingston. Hearts have to be careful. They lost an early goal. They don't want to lose a late one as well. As Malone flights the free kick in towards Kurt Broadfoot. He got it flicked down and the header came in. Stuart Keane got in there first. Couldn't get past Craig Gordon.
It's a hard situation, and I think I disappoint the players, also disappointed. We want to win this game, but okay, it's just football. We need I think this break is we need this break, and I hope players come back with freshness, with more energy. So, but now the situation is very difficult.
It was really important that we came here and took something for the game. We lost a goal. I think it was with 15 minutes to go, and we're actually disappointed that we didn't take all 3 points. But a point at Tynecastle these days is a good point for St Mirren.
You scored a good goal for Saints here today. It's your kind of signature goal, almost arriving late in the box.
I've just got in the box. It's a good ball across. I don't even know who's done it, and I've just basically no time to think. That's how it's probably went in. I've just took a touch and hit it.
No time to think, says Stephen O'Donnell of St Mirren. It was a 1-1 draw at Tynecastle this afternoon. Gus McPherson here on the full SPL, St Mirren manager, alongside Murdo McLeod. And Gus, first of all, I take it you enjoy playing Hearts this season?
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We've earned our point again today. You know, we've played pretty well against Hearts. You know, both occasions at Tynecastle and at Love Street. It was a fantastic 2-each game, you know, and entertaining as well. But I certainly felt today we were worthy of our point at least.
For a while, it looks as if you were going to take all 3.
Yes, well, Hearts had a lot of possession and had a lot of set pieces, you know, and we felt under threat from set pieces because I was watching the warm-up and you're looking at the difference in the height and the physique of their players compared to ours. So we're always going to be under pressure, but I thought over the piece we've defended very, very well, especially at set pieces. We've restricted Hearts to maybe 1 or 2 chances from open play, and the rest were really just from set pieces with a physical presence that they have.
Much has been made of the fact you've only got 1 win in your last 18 games now, but that was a great performance on Saturday. Yeah,
no, it was a terrific performance, but we said at the start of the season this was going to be a long, hard season for us, and we were very respectful of the opposition and the standard of football that we were coming into. Nothing's changed, you know, and even be 1-1 in 18, the guys are still positive and have shown terrific character throughout the course of this season, and as long as they continue to do that, you know, we can't have any complaints. Nobody can complain about the effort and the commitment that they've shown to the cause, and as long as they continue that, we'll be okay.
It's a great result for Gus Murdo, obviously, but a lot of disgruntled Hearts fans at the end of the match.
Will not be happy at all. Obviously, all the things that's going on off the pitch again, causing problems, and they'll be looking at the game. They're fighting against Rangers, fighting against Aberdeen for second spot, and St Mirren struggling at the bottom. Going there and again, as Gus touched on there, they were winning 1-0. Maybe it looked as though they're going to win 1-0 again, like they did earlier on in the season, and the fans are not happy. If you want to go and challenge and win trophies, you've got to beat the sides that's down at the bottom of the league.
Velichka was a thorn in St Mirren's side, especially in the first half. Well, only in the first half, in fact, because he was substituted at half-time. I think your goalkeeper does well here, Gus.
That's a fantastic save, you know, he's going back. It's a terrific strike from Velichka. I don't know whether he was injured or what the reason why he came off at half-time, but we were delighted, you know, to see the back of him, because I feel he's a really strong player for Hearts, you know, and a real goal threat for Hearts. So it's a fantastic save for young Chris there.
Especially he's falling backwards as well, the goalkeeper, isn't he?
Yes, you know, he could have been caught there. We touched on it earlier with Aberdeen, with Barry Nicholson's strike, you know, a dipping volley, and that's what's happening there. You know, he's working his feet and he's done well to tip it over the bar.
Let's have a look at the opening goal in this match. It came, of course, from St Mirren, and it came from a young man making only his second appearance, Gus.
Yeah, he's done what we've asked there. He's got himself into the box. Stuart Keane's done well from the throw and held the ball up. But it's terrific vision there from Gary Brady. You know, first time pass, he sees Stephen O'Donnell making his run into the box, and he's got the composure there to try and get the ball under control, and then just quickly gets his shot away. I think it's probably with the speed that he gets away that catches Craig Gordon by surprise, and it's a terrific strike, hits the target. You know, it's a really good goal for Stephen.
He's taken it really well, and he's taken it early, which looked to be vital.
Yeah, he's hit it early, and he's got his body shape right. You know, it's a good clean strike. You know, and he's hit the target. You know, and that's all you can ask for.
At that point, you're a goal up. Do you change anything at that point?
No, we stick with the same system. You know, we try to put that extra body in the midfield today, just try and crowd it and make it difficult for Hearts, you know, to settle down into any rhythm into the game. And it worked for long periods for us. As I say, there were a lot of set pieces and free kicks in wider areas, you know, that were always going to put us under pressure. But we didn't change the system. You know, we just kept the team working as hard as they were.
This was probably Hearts' best chance in the first half. Murdo, it fell to Velička, and if he'd scored, it could have been also different.
Well, that's the thing. What you're looking at, it was a chance, deflection into his path there. But as Gus was saying, he did play well in the first half. He's always a danger, Velička. But there's a deflected ball across. But I thought it was a good defensive work as well, just putting him under enough pressure from to sky the ball over the top of the crossbar.
Again, now that we've seen that 2 or 3 times, it's great defensive work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Ian Maxwell's done very well there to come round in the blind side, and even if he's not got a touch, he's putting Velička off, you know, and he's maybe think there's a challenge going to come in, so it's good defending.
Well, Velička was substituted at half-time by Hearts. There was no apparent reason for that particular substitution, so David McKinney asked Valdas Ivanauskas about it afterwards.
Is there a reason you took Andris Velička off?
Yeah, I know he has with problems with injury. No, it was big risk to take, and okay.
Craig Gordon came back in goals for you. Is he going to stay in goals?
Yeah, he just wants one shot and a goal. You know, it's very disappointing for him, but he did well, and it's okay.
I'm not sure that really cleared things up, but I think he was hinting that maybe there was an injury, Murdo.
I think he was suggesting he's had injuries in the past,
yeah.
But you don't know what goes on behind the scenes at Hearts now, so you've just got to feel a bit for the coach as well, because I think he's told to do an awful lot of things, and he's just got to go and go by the orders from above. So, but you watch him after the game there, he looks a destroyed man just now, the way he's trying to build his side up, because it's been difficult, so many things going on and off the pitch, and it's difficult to get lift these players on the pitch. And even over the last 4 or 5 matches, the spark's not there with Hearts just now. Used to go to Tynecastle and the fans were up for every game. Now there's a lot of moans going on just now, and I think they've got to clear that up, especially in the run-in for the second place challenge.
How do you prepare for a game against Hearts, Gus? Because you never know what the team's going to be 1 week to the next. No,
that's a difficult aspect. You can only really focus on your own group, you know, and go with your game plan. You know, you can't really worry too much about the Hearts personnel. So they've got a strong squad. You know, even if they're making 4 and 5 changes, it's still good players that are coming in. You know, and I know they've got a few injuries, but as Murdo said, maybe the spark's not been there, but they've been grinding out results. You know, and it's a strong squad. They're one of the few clubs in Scotland, if the only one that uses a squad rotation, you know, if that's the reason for doing it. But it's been getting them results, you know, so we just really focused on our own group of players and made sure that we knew what we were doing.
And Hearts looked to have signed a very good player in the shape of Lariah Kingston, who arrived during the transfer window from a team in Russia. And what a free kick, Murdo.
Yeah, fantastic free kick. I'm sure Gus will be looking at the goalkeeper, because he's set his wall up there, he's taken the far side, but he started walking behind the wall, and it's allowed the ball to go over his head. But again, the Hearts fans will be lifted. New player in the club. But great technique just to whip the ball into the goalkeeper's side.
Chris Smith's positioning there, Gus, are you happy, unhappy?
It's a trait that goalkeepers have, you know, they set their wall up, and he's obviously predicting that the lad's going to put it over the wall, you know, and when they take that step, they're off balance, so anything back to where they've came from is going to cause them problems, you know. He'll be disappointed with that one, you know, but over the course of the afternoon he played very well, and at a lot of these set pieces he's coming and taking things and taking the pressure off his defenders, so he's had a good afternoon. A wee bit disappointed with his positioning there, but as I say, he's a young kid with a big future in the game.
And of course we all know there's a huge match in Scotland on Tuesday night. It is of course at Love Street, St Mirren against Motherwell. Funny choice of date, I would have suggested.
Well, the SPL have asked us to play on this date as well.